Asia Pacific continues to be the most targeted region globally for cyber attacks. In this series, we go beyond the headlines to expose the evolving threat landscape, from sophisticated adversary tactics to the cyber defense strategies organizations are deploying to stay resilient. So far on this journey, we've discussed the threats in Asia Pacific and the technologies being used to defend organizations. But the ongoing theme I want to better understand is the impact of AI for cybersecurity, both now and in the future. In this episode, I'll speak to experts from Logicalis and Microsoft to see how AI is changing the security landscape in both positive and negative ways, and what the future holds for cybersecurity. Asia Pacific's diversity and rapid digital transformation make it a prime target for cyber attacks. With organizations across industries facing everything from ransomware to sophisticated supply chain breaches, attackers are not just going after the obvious targets. They're exploiting vulnerabilities in partners and vendors, leading to significant data loss and business disruption.
If we look at Asia Pacific as a region, it would be quite a folly to say that Asia Pacific is a region, because it's just made up of so many other regions as well. Asia Pacific is a hotbed for a lot of transformation that is eventually taken out to the other parts of the world as well. So if you put all of this together, I think it really puts Asia Pacific right in the spotlight to be the prime target.
Recently, we have seen the attack is towards multiple industry. It could be from critical industrial, financial institute again, and then governments, right? As long as your data is valuable, the attacker or the hackers will come to you.
Besides being the most targeted region across the world, there is a whole variety of attacks that we are seeing. Of course, we get to experience all these various scenarios where customers come to us, or with our own services like the managed SOC services that we offer, managed NOC services that we offer. We often come to see that what is the wide variety of attacks that customers are going through. But what I've seen recently, and this is again coming very closely working with our strategic partners like Microsoft and also with our customers, we have observed that the nature of these attacks are getting truly diversified and very sophisticated.
I think we are seeing more attackers or hackers are using or leverage AI more. So to me, like at one side, like AI is power the threat detection, analysis, and the information fatigue, right? But at another side, hackers use AI attacking by using deepfakes, right? Skill attack, right? And also ransomware, yeah.
Irrespective of who you are and which organization you're part of, if you're not talking AI, if you're not implementing AI, you're not relevant. You have to be there. And that's where I think I would see AI as a double-edged sword.
I wanted to understand from both Paris and Edwin the impact that AI is having on cyber attacks they see in organizations across Asia Pacific.
A lot of businesses are in this mode to adopt AI. Even bringing in this so-called the hottest buzzword around agentic AI into their operations, whether it is for HR, whether it is in sales, marketing, operations, etc. It's all about getting autonomous agents to do the task for you. The hackers, the threat actors know that your agents that you're working or deploying today is another mechanism that you're opening up to breach your boundaries and get into sensitive data and all that. It comes as no surprise that the threat actors are also harnessing AI for their own malicious intent. If, let's say, as an organization or as a business, if you and I are spending $1 on getting those AI tools, the threat actors are using $4 to put those same AI tools to malicious use. And that really says something that, if we think that we want to make sure that we use AI for good purposes, for nefarious purposes, the threat actors are probably 10 steps ahead of us.
In Microsoft's latest threat intelligence report, they highlight AI systems themselves have become high-value targets, with adversaries amping up the use of methods like prompt injection, data poisoning to attack both models and systems, which could lead to unauthorized actions, data leaks, theft, or reputational damage. For example, as AI adoption accelerates, so does AI's access to sensitive data. Use of generative AI has introduced new layers of complexity to the threat landscape. This means organizations require a strong security framework that helps them prepare for AI adoption, discover how AI is being used within the organization, and protect sensitive data. To better understand the role of AI in cyber threats and the challenges facing Asia Pacific, I had the opportunity to speak with Vivek, the Microsoft country lead for Malaysia. With nearly 3 decades of experience in technology and 12 years in Microsoft, Vivek has extensive experience navigating technological change within organizations and seeing the effects of innovative technologies such as AI across business operations. What are the challenges that you see customers facing around AI and security, and how can Microsoft, together with partners like Logicalis, help solve those challenges?
Okay, so a few things. I just kind of wanted to lay the context for this thing, right? Post-COVID, we did start seeing a lot of security-related incidents because of the posture that organizations had, right? Specifically around security, not just within their organizational perimeter, but how they were setting up security for their employees, right? Now, fast forward when when generative AI basically got popularized with the coming out of ChatGPT in the end of 2023, we saw the hackers actually becoming some of the fastest adopters of generative AI, and they started creating a lot of malware. And now, obviously, you have a lot of deepfakes being created, where they started leveraging even more sophisticated technologies to attack customers and organizations. So the forces around the lack of security posture, the lack of governance, and when I use governance, I basically am trying to use the word security interchangeably with governance and risk and compliance and so on and so forth. So now there's AI that's come into the picture. There's a lot of sensitive data assets that organizations have, the crown jewels, for lack of a better word, the crown jewels that they have in terms of their data, that today does not have a very strong, not just security, but a strong governance structure around it, right? And the other thing that we are realizing is that while organizations have a responsibility to fulfill to ensure that the security, the governance and the compliance elements are all put in place, they don't have the talent, right? So we are recommending partners such as Logicalis to say, you have to go to a partner that understands security, governance, and compliance. Because if in Malaysia, you're serving a financial services company, you have to comply with RMIT guidelines. If you are, for example, in Singapore, you have to comply with the the Monetary Authority of Singapore guidelines. So if you do not understand the compliance aspect of it as well, in addition to the governance and the security, you're bound to actually fail. And I've seen time and again, organizations try to implement AI-led transformation on their own without the help of a partner. Those are the ones that keep faltering all the time.
Vivek explained that as organizations rush to adopt AI, he stressed that most organizations just don't have enough skilled security talent, making it vital to work with partners who understand both the technology and the compliance. His key message was, as we embrace AI, security, governance and compliance has to be built in from the start, not added as an afterthought. As my trip draws to an end, I wanted to speak to Roger about the future of cybersecurity and what he sees as crucial challenges for organizations.
While I cannot predict the future, but based on the current trends, what I can see that with the technology advancement that we are seeing, AI coming in place, it's inevitable that for SOC operations or the security technology that you will be using, right, to protect your organization, you have to infuse AI and automation as well. And there's already a lot of research that we are seeing that agentic AI will be coming, making solutions to be more autonomous, that require less supervision, to make solution much more easier, that require less tuning, and also be aware about what is happening and able to put up the defense based on your environment. Yep, so that's what I would think that it will come soon. We must have that assumed breach mindset that one day we will be attacked. So we need to be ready to respond and to recover fast. We need to be proactive. And threat hunting is definitely something that we should do it much more often, because the adversary out there will always find ways to bypass your defense systems. The only way for us is to, before something happens, we uncover all stone, start leveraging on all these technologies like AI to help us with all these proactive activities that we're doing, like threat hunting, so that we can be ahead of the adversary.
Over the past week, I've uncovered 3 powerful truths. Asia's critical role in global business outsourcing makes it a natural focal point for attackers. Threat actors are evolving fast, using AI to supercharge phishing, deepfakes, malware, and ransomware in ways we've never seen before. And defending against these threats demands constant vigilance. 24/7 threat hunting and the work happening inside security operations centers has become the front line for protecting organizations. As AI accelerates, new questions now emerge. What will the next wave of attacks look like? What will be their targets? And how will technologies like generative AI shape both the threats of tomorrow and the defenses we build to stop them? This series started with a question: why is Asia Pacific the most targeted region in the world for cyber attacks? Now, looking ahead, no one can predict which region will become the next major target. But the research is clear: cyber attacks are not slowing down. So the real question is, are we prepared for what comes next? Thanks for watching.